Girl, did y'all hear about this? Did y'all hear? So, first of all, for the people that don't know anything of what's going on, Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? This was a friend of the show. Her name is Keirna Stewart, okay? She got into an incident with another friend of the show, if she was even a friend of the show, because I feel like this lady, when we didn't even really see her on the show this past season. But there was an event thrown by Giselle and Ashley, okay, of Potomac. They were doing some type of fashion show for their athleisure line. Ashley, who's close friends with this woman named Deborah or Deborah to some, she attended this event. Now, she really came there to get at Candace because Candace has labeled her as, I believe, Sesame Street, the Cookie Monster, and things of that nature. And I feel like it was warranted because Deborah had some salacious things to say about Candace's husband, okay? Trying to make it seem like he was making a pass at her or whatever. So Deborah was spewing lies about Candace's husband, and the video footage showed Miss Deborah to be a liar. Okay. So she comes to an event invited by Miss Ashley Darby, who I feel had a complete understanding of what was going to go down. She knew Deborah was going to try to confront Candace, as this was the last event of the year and this was a all cast event. Okay. Deborah tries to approach Candace to have such a conversation. Right. Candace is not entertaining the circus at all. Okay, she's like, go away from me with this. Miss Deborah's continuing to talk her mess. I think she even threw like a drink or threw something in Candace's direction. Miss Keirna, who was trying to separate them, kind of like pushes her back, like, girl, get back, scoot back. In that moment, Miss Deborah decided to swing. I do believe that she hit Keirna in the face with her purse or something like that. And that is, my guys, when all hell broke loose, okay? And that is when Keirna got on the head top. Give me head top. Ah. Ah, and that's what it was given. Okay, she got on the head top, and then there was another woman that pulled on Keirna, dragging her down to the ground, causing Deborah to fall on top of her. They continued to fight, and Deborah left with an injury to her forehead. Okay. Now Deborah, I'm sorry, Keirna, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Keirna left with an injury to her forehead. Okay. Now, Keirna got on her live and she said that she believes justice will and should be served when it comes to this incident. All right. Now, when she said that, I was kind of like, I don't know if it's really going to happen. I mean, it's been this long. She hasn't done anything yet. Why would she do something now? Well, that's really not for me to say. It's really up to statute of limitations, because statute of limitations is going to tell you how long you got to press on some shit. Okay, so obviously she's still within her range. Okay, after long thoughts about it, consultations with the attorney or whatever, they have come to the front and they have decided, okay, to file a lawsuit in DC, okay, in the Superior Court. All right, they said it was filed in February of 2024, which is very interesting because it is now June and we just now learning about this. I'm just now learning about this in this June, girl. But they're saying that in February 2024, they said it expands on the altercation, with Keirna seeking $10 million in damages due to mental and physical anguish associated with the incident. 10 million is crazy. Okay. It is crazy. All right. She is also asking the court for a jury trial. Now, why are you asking the court for a jury trial? I guess you don't want it to be tried by judge. What they call that, a bench hearing or something like that? When you go before the judge and the judge tells you what's going to be what? Is that, I mean, I thought that, I forgot, or is that a fry hearing? I can't remember. Y'all let me know, y'all attorneys, the people in the legal field. Let me know what it's called. But, yeah, 10 million to me is crazy. I don't even think Candace sued Monique for that much. Now, I'm not gonna say Miss Keirna should not sue her. Sue her. Sue that lady for running up on you like that. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like this lawsuit will have the same fate as Candace and Monique's did. I do. I think that is going to be thrown out. I do. And when it's thrown out, I don't think it's gonna be about who was right or wrong. Just like people tried to say, because Monique's lawsuit was thrown out, she was in the right. Guess what? Till this day, she wasn't. I believe the issue was that they participated in certain behavior on screen. Okay. So y'all both was with the BS. Okay. Go away from me with this. This happened on camera. It is what it is. Dismissed. Okay. I think the same thing is gonna happen with them, except for Deborah wasn't technically a cast member or a friend of the show this season. So for her to come into a function that she wasn't technically, I'm not going to say wasn't supposed to be at, but wasn't a part of the cast, and you're coming out seeking an issue with somebody, and you're confronting this person and getting into it with that person, and this person is trying to push you back and break, like, stop, chill out, whatever, whatever. Did you hit her and then you get into, I don't know how this gonna play out. Now she might get something possibly, but it won't be 10 million. Judge may come back and say we're gonna give you 10,000. Okay, but she said it's for the mental and physical anguish associated with it. Now, I do believe there was some additional taunting that took place by Miss Deborah online once the incident went down. Okay, so I mean, I don't know what kind. I mean, hey, I want to say if the attorney took on the case, then obviously she has one, but that's not necessarily true. I feel like a lot of times attorneys take on cases to get folks money. Hello. So we'll have to see what's gonna happen with this situation, because I just don't know. Y'all let me know. I don't know if if it should be a jury trial. And then it's given 10 million. But I will say this, either way it go, whether her case gets dismissed, thrown out or not, I feel like she's still kind of winning in a sense, because she's putting Deborah in the bind. At the end of the day, you're still having to go out to get an attorney to defend you. And you're still going to have to get this attorney, retain their services, and having to, yeah, when you retain their services, you're going to have to pay them. And any additional work that they may have to put in, that they may charge you for while this case is in limbo, she kind of still affected you in the sense that she got back at you by hitting your pockets. Whether the money comes to her or go to somebody else, you're going to have to pay that out. So she's still kind of getting you. You know what I'm saying? She's still kind of like getting you a little bit, but we'll have to see. Y'all let me know. Do y'all feel like this is worth $10 million? She did say not just the physical, not just the physical, but the mental anguish that came with it. Okay, she did, suffer an injury. She had to be, she had to heal from that. Now, I think that at the minimum, Deborah should at least pay for the ambulance ride and whatever care she had to get because of the fight. You know what I'm saying? You are the cause of everything that happened. So, with that being said, if I don't get 10 million, girl, then you at least need to pay about a good smooth 10,000 to cover my fees. Whether I had to go to a therapist, me getting in the ambulance, okay, that ride costs money, me being in the hospital and getting whatever treatment, like, you should have to pay for that. So, girl, I hope you got you a good ass lawyer talking about some $10 million. Girl, who said that? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, bitch. I don't know. That's too much money, girl. But okay. Deborah, I ain't been hearing you say nothing. Now she's suing you for assault and battery, girl. Good luck. Let's keep going. Okay, I want to get to Peter. Because Peter came to social media because, what it appears, okay? Mr. Peter Thomas, he came to social media to express the situation. Now, it seems as though Peter is not great at paying things, okay? It's giving more of he pays it, but he doesn't pay it. Do you feel me? Like, I'm going to pay it, meaning I'm going to look over that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to act like that right there never even happened. Like, I'm going to pay it, okay? In the words of Armand. Yeah, I'm going to pay it. But he doesn't pay it. You see what I'm saying? It's like he pays it, but he don't pay it. And the IRS came and said, let me tell you something. I don't know who you think you are, but we not them. Now, you can think that you finna finesse on your employees or whatever, but what you're not gonna do is not give us our coins. You're not finna not give us our ends, okay? You work so hard for this, and we have to take this. You understand? Get it together. We gonna need our coins. So he decided to come down, have a conversation, and let the people know about his actions. And I guess how he gonna correct them, child. Let's listen to Peter for a second.
Good afternoon, social media world. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc., etc., etc. All right, I'm here to make a statement. My attorney and I have been working on a case for the last 2.5 years now. And it came in on where I'm putting out this statement. I must have to apologize to my mom, my dad that's passed, and my kids, my friends, immediate family members, and anybody out there that checked for me. I did some wrong that I have to make right. I have to stand up. I have to be accountable. I have to be responsible, and I have to pay my debt. For 2.5 years ago, the IRS started a case that went back 10 years.
Damn, 10 years.
Show that from struggling business, from one struggling business to the next and the next, that I'd failed to pay my withholding taxes on time. And at some point when the business wasn't doing well, failed to pay at all. And
I'm confused. If you fail to pay them on time, but you still paid them, why would they be on your arse then if they got their money? Are they just on your arse for you failing to pay them at all? Because that's what I would think they would be on your arse for.
it's something that I thought I could work out, catch up with, make hold. But the hole got deeper for me. So I deeply regret, deeply, and I'm saying this
I believe it.
with all sincerity, I deeply regret not to make the IRS withholding tax a priority in my life, with no excuses, because there is none. It's the law.
Right.
I'm finding out a lot about that law lately, and what I need to say to all business owner out there, if you're starting out a business, make sure that you're funded enough to cover your payroll after you pay your rent and you pay your utilities and you pay your vendors. Make sure that you could cover those withholding taxes, and make sure on the 20th of every month you pay those revenue taxes, because when those things add up, Uncle Sam is your partner, and they're not getting their piece. And keep on adding it up. It's gonna come and it's gonna bite you like it's biting me now. Okay, so I deeply regret, not paying my withholding taxes in a timely manner or in any manner that would put me in the place where I am now. And but I'm gonna be accountable. I'm gonna be responsible. And I'm gonna pay my debt, okay? Because that's the agreement, and that's the way it is, okay? Thank you for the time. I'll be talking about this some more, probably. Okay, but I'm quite sure when it comes out, because y'all like to put me in the shade room and all those other places.
Yes, we do.
I'm quite sure it's gonna be all over the place, because I am Peter Anthony Thomas. Okay. Again, I apologize to the United States government.
You is Cynthia Bailey's ex-husband. Why he over here talking about some Peter Anthony Thomas? Boy, you Cynthia Bailey ex-husband, and that's why we over here. Stop playing.
It gave me such a wonderful opportunity to express myself and build these businesses. And I let them down, I let myself down, I let my family down, and I'm going to make amends. Okay? Thank you.
Listen, y'all, I I don't care. I feel bad for him. Listen, because the IRS ain't nothing to play with. I don't know how long you thought you were gonna be able to run away from them, but they really ain't nothing. They ain't nothing to play with, you know. And I mean, I don't know if he was conscious or aware of what was happening and he slipped out. I don't know. I mean, I know he wasn't paying the employees. I know that was something that people were coming out and talking about. But I just, what was happening 10 years ago to where you just didn't take care of that? And then he said they were investigating him from 2.5 years ago for something that happened 10 years ago. And it just goes to show that, like, no matter what we think we may be getting away with, y'all, they be on your head top. Okay, they be on your heels about their money, girl. Look, I'm over here wondering, like, I know I just made my payment the other day. I'm just over here trying to see, is there anything else that I am missing? Do I owe them anything else, bitch? Okay, because I'm not trying to be in Peter's shoes. Like, what the hell? Did I pay out my coin? Okay. Child, this is interesting. All right, now they're saying Peter Thomas, ex-husband of Real Housewives of Atlanta star Cynthia Bailey, told you, sir, you're Cynthia Bailey's ex-husband. They're saying he's been federally charged in Charlotte for not paying trust fund taxes to IRS. Now, court records show, or at least they say, the money was spent on numerous retail purchases, real estate, and travel expenses. That's crazy. They said Thomas, who's the owner of Club One Charlotte and PT Media LLC, was federally charged after his Charlotte businesses failed to pay $640,000 in trust fund taxes from employee wages to the IRS. Court records show. Now, another $1.1 million in trust fund taxes from businesses in Miami and Baltimore owned by Thomas went unpaid between 2021 and 2023. Let me tell y'all something. One person I get into on YouTube is Pocket Watching with JT. So if y'all watch Pocket Watching with JT, can you please come to the front if you have time this week to break down this situation? Because I'm trying to understand why a trust fund taxes are even connected to his business. Were you trying to go away and get out, like go around something? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I've been seeing quite a few videos where they were talking about a lot of these black and just in general financial gurus on social media. But they really, you know, when you think that you're learning about how to properly do your taxes or set up your business or anything, what was really happening was that these people was teaching y'all how to honestly scam the system. Okay. And that's one thing that Pocket Watching with JT does. He gets into situations like this and he breaks it down and he explains, because I do believe he's an accountant, or at least he's a tax professional. He went to school for like finances and accounting and stuff like that. So this is like his business. He does this all the time. So he understands these type of things. So I'm hoping, I wonder how I could put in a little request to be like, can you break this situation down so I can have more understanding of what a trust fund tax has to do with this? Were you putting things in a trust fund to shield yourself of having to pay the full amount or something? What was really going on with that? You feel what I'm saying? They said, Baltimore, they're saying, okay, another $1.1 million in trust fund taxes from businesses in Miami and Baltimore owned by Thomas went unpaid between 2021 and 2023. And what's interesting about 2021, didn't he owe Cynthia that money around that time? Sometime in 2021? Then he owe her some money and she called him out and he was like, I'm going to get you your money or whatever. Next thing you know, that money turned up. So I don't know what happened or how he got her coinage. But this is crazy. But these are the risks, right? When you run a business, these are the risks. Everybody's business is not going to be successful. And I think his businesses probably started going downhill once he and Cynthia got their divorce. And he wasn't really on that show. So I don't know, girl, this is a mess. They're saying court records say the money was spent on numerous retail purchases, real estate, and travel expenses. Thomas failed to pay more than $2.5 million in employment taxes between 2017 and 2023. Did you have a financial advisor at all? Or did they not do right by you or something? They said back in 2019, Thomas Business Sports One LLC owes $236,000 in unpaid taxes. Documents showed Thomas, as the owner of Sports One in uptown Charlotte when the taxes were left unpaid. And then the place closed down in fall of 2022. We came up with Sports One, and the first market that we wanted to introduce it was here in Charlotte. And we had our grand opening last night, and it was phenomenal and beautiful. So that's what he said back in 2014. Baby, whoo, child, I would, oh, girl, that's a lot of money. Are you going to do time? What'll be crazy is if you do time and still got to pay this money. Because how you going to pay the money while you locked up? How is that going to get taken care of? That's why his attorney told him to come to the front and go ahead and put that apology out there. And if you don't put that apology out there, maybe they'll go a little light on him, since he's being, I guess, an example for others to pay y'all taxes and do what y'all got to do because we on y'all heads. Child, listen, I feel like he's not the only person they're going to be coming after. They done send so much damn money overseas. They're going to be over here trying to jack up everybody that owe them. That's what it's given to me. That's crazy.
Help you increase checkout conversion by 46%.
Let me go back. Hold on, y'all. I don't even know where that audio is coming from. All right, there we go. I'm like, girl, where is this audio coming from? But I just feel like that's crazy. They're going to be after a lot of people, honey. They just sent a lot of money overseas that they probably can't get back. So they're going to try and get it up out of their citizens, even though people are already having a wartime anyway. But, child, this is messy. So good luck, man. I hope that works out.